Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Gayatri's Chemistry. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, share my videos and like it. Today our topic is chemical bonding. In chemistry, chemical bonding is very important. Why? Because we have to study how the elements or atoms combine together, and some are in free state while the other are in exist in combined state. What the reason behind it? All these are studied in chemical bonding. Let's begin the topic. The definition of chemical bonding is defined as force of attraction between two atoms in a molecule. The force of attraction between two atoms in a molecule. Two atoms combine to form molecule. So what is that force present in both atoms are defined in this chemical bonding. So, this chemical bonding is primarily observed by Lewis and Cousels, or primarily observed by Lewis and Cousels in inert gases. So, first of all, I told you what is valence electrons, what is valence shell. After that, we begin the topic. Let's take an example. Valence electrons, valence shell. So this is an atom. Okay, this is an atom. The outermost cell is called valence shell. The outermost cell is called valence shell, and the outermost electrons are called valence electrons. The outermost electrons are called valence electrons. We cannot consider inner electrons or inner cell because they are not participating bonding. We only consider the outermost cell, and the electrons present in outermost cell are called valence electrons. Outermost cell is called valence cell. So till now 118 elements are present. 118 elements, some are in free state while the some are exist in combined state. So these scientists observed in inert gases. Let us take an example with inert gases so that you will understand very well. Inert gases. Inert gases. What are inert gases? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are inert gases, and the atomic number 12, so 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. Atomic number. Electronic configuration is OH2, OS2, 26, OS2, 26, OS2, 4p6, 5s2, 5p6, 6s2, 6p6. So, in these inert gases, you see that the outermost, I only take outermost electrons, means outermost cell. So outermost cell, how much electrons are present in inert gases? 6 plus 2, 8. Here also 6 plus 2, 8. Here also 6 plus 2, 8. That means they follow octet rule. The inert gases follow octet rule, means they have 8 electrons in their outermost cell. They did not need to give electrons, or they did not need to take electrons. They have electrons in their 8 electrons, or sufficient electrons in their outermost cell. So these inert gases are stable. They do not participate in bonding. So what Cousels and Lewis proposed that the atoms that has less than 8 electrons participating bonding. So always the atoms with less than 8 electrons only participate in bonding. See, during bonding some forces are present. See, for example, this is, you consider this is one atom and this is one atom. While these atoms come together or approach together to form a molecule, what happens means some forces repulse the atoms while the some forces attract the atoms. What are those forces and why it happens? Let's see example. So there are two forces. One is repulsive forces while the other is attractive forces. Attractive forces. See, take an example. This is, consider the example. This is an atom. Okay, this is an atom. This is an atom. This is also an atom. Here the electrons present here, nucleus which is a positive charge. So what happens means, the nucleus of one atom and the electron of other atom, what they attract each other. They attract each other, while the electrons of one atom and the electrons of other atom, they repel each other. It's the same way nucleus also repel each other. That means positive charge of one atom, negative charge of another atom attract each other. Okay, because oppositely charged atoms attract. And in the same way, nucleus of one atom and the nucleus of other atom repulse, and electron of one atom and electron of other atom also repulses. So if the attractive forces are, means the attraction between nucleus and electron is more, attractive forces are more, then the atoms combine. If the repulsive forces are more, between electron and proton repulsive forces are more, then the electron cannot combine. These are two types of forces present in these part, repulsive forces and attractive forces. Okay, next, what is valency? What is valency? To explain valency, I have taken an example like carbon. Okay, let's take an example, carbon. Carbon electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. See, in carbon how many electrons are present? 4. I cannot take inner electrons, only 4 electrons. Those are outer valence electrons I have taken. In these 4 valence electrons, see, for example, 4 valence electrons. Okay, carbon have to need another 4 valence electrons, another 4 electrons to obtain octet rule. What happens in carbon? Carbon cannot give 4 electrons. Giving 4 electrons is very difficult. Carbon cannot take 4 electrons. Completely cannot take 4. So what it do? It shares 4 electrons with another 4 atoms. What carbon do? It shares 4 electrons with another 4 atoms. Let's see by taking example, hydrogen. Okay, it shares 4 electrons with hydrogen. So how many total electrons are present in carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total electrons are 8. So it follows octet rule. Now the carbon is stable. That's simple. Okay, means to obtain octet rule, what the atoms or elements they combine to obtain stability. To stable, they combine with each other or they combine with other elements. Okay, during this combination, two forces are present, attractive and repulsive. I think you clear the concept why the elements or atoms combine. Why they combine? Because to attain stability. Next, what is octet rule? Octet rule means outer valence electrons that have 8 electrons. We seen by taking example of inert gases. Why? Because inert gases have 8 electrons. So they cannot participate in bonding. Next, Lewis dot structure. Next, Lewis dot structure. Lewis dot structure. So when the atoms approach each other, two atoms, to represent their electrons, the Lewis, the scientist, what they gave? They see one. I take example chlorine. Okay, in chlorine, 7 valence electrons, another chlorine. Sorry. These crossed symbols are of electrons and this dot also electrons. To represent the electrons present in outermost cell, what they Lewis do, they give them these cross symbols and dot symbols to identify the electrons of one atom and another atom when they combine. So these chlorine combine, what they form? They form Cl2 because chlorine is atom. This chlorine is also atom. Both atoms combine to form chlorine molecule. This chlorine have 7 electrons in valence cell, means outermost cell. I am not considering the inner cells. And these chlorine also 7 electrons in outer cells. When they combine, total they got 8 electrons, means they are now stable. In the same way, we see many examples like nitrogen, okay, oxygen, carbon, means two stable and nitrogen. To attain stability, they combine with another nitrogen. To attain stability, one oxygen atom combine with another oxygen atom to form oxygen molecules. All this happens in chemical bonding to attain stability only. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe, like and share my videos.